Hello dear students, myself Shahnawaz Kolar, biology lecturer in St. Joseph PU Science College. I welcome students. Today we are going to discuss one more important topic from the class 10 biology part, that is introduction to excretion. Students, from the life process chapter 6 we have discussed nutrition, respiration, circulation. Apart from that, one more life process is there, that is called as what? Excretion. What do you mean by excretion, students, here, and what is its important? That we are going to study from this topic, students. So mainly excretion is one of the important process which is taking place inside the living organisms for the removal of some of the waste from the body, students. After the process of nutrition, we have discussed what the mode of intake of food. In respiration, we have discussed oxygen is going to break that food to produce the energy. In circulation, we have discussed how the transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide, and apart from that some more other nutrients to each and every cell of our body we have discussed. So in excretion, what we will do, we are going to discuss that how exactly the waste materials which are produced inside the body of an individual from various processes, how they are going to be eliminated, how they are going to be excrete out. That process is called as what? Excretion, students. So before I go to the content of this topic, I will define the excretion. Let's see here the definition here, students. The process in which removal of nitrogenous wastes or toxic substances from our body is called excretion. So is called excretion. Students, basically in this process what we are going to do, we are removing the nitrogenous wastes, and these nitrogenous wastes are actually toxic substances. Apart from nitrogenous waste, any of the toxic substances which are produced inside the human body are being excreted, eliminated out of our body. That actual process is called as what, students? Excretion. So basically here what we have discussed, there is a removal of nitrogenous wastes. Then what are nitrogenous waste, students? Okay, so before we go to that process, how exactly this process will carried out, before understanding that, we will discuss what are nitrogenous wastes here. Students, as the name only indicating, nitrogenous wastes. So what we can write here, the wastes which produce from nitrogen and their different forms, means nitrogen's different forms also will come. All those things, how exactly they are going to be formed, no, that wastes are called as what? Actually nitrogenous wastes we call. So just I will tell you the cyclic process, that how exactly nitrogenous waste will produce inside the human body, students. First of all, the nitrogen is the gaseous element present inside the atmosphere. Nitrogen is one of the abundant gas in the atmosphere, students. It is the abundant gas in the atmosphere. Nearly about 78% of nitrogen is present inside the atmosphere. Being this much huge amount, humans and other animals are unable to take directly this nitrogen from the atmosphere. But what is the need of nitrogen for the animals and humans? Okay, so nitrogen is basically used to for the different elements inside the human body. One example I will tell you, the DNA. What is DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. For the formation of DNA, we actually require what? Nitrogen. So let's see how exactly it forms here. So basically nitrogen is a atmospheric gas, will not be taken directly by the animals or other human beings. So it will be taken by plants. Who will take, students, first? It will be taken by plants with the help of nitrogen fixation, that you have studied already in the lower classes. Nitrogen fixation, from the process of nitrogen fixation, all the plants will take the nitrogen. After taking this nitrogen, all these plants will prepare, by using nitrogen, these plants will prepare what here? A very important element or compound called as what here? Protein. So they are going to form what here? Proteins. Understood? So nitrogen is being utilized by the plants to form what here? Proteins. Now these proteins are consumed by human and also the animals. Yes, students, you already know that what is the use of proteins. Proteins are basically considered as called as bodybuilders, which mainly helps play a very important role in the formation of our body or increasing the number of cells in our body. That's what we use what here? Proteins. So humans and other animals will take these proteins with the help of plants. We all are herbivorous also. Animals are also herbivorous. Okay, so when they eat plants, no, basically they will consume, they will get the proteins. When this protein enter the human body, students, enter the human body, it mainly going to convert into what? Basically all the proteins finally get break down. In the process of nutrition we have discussed already. Finally proteins are going to be converted. Final form of the protein is what here, students? Amino acids. Amino acids, students. Proteins are finally going to convert into what? Amino acids, and these amino acids are the basic building blocks, or these are the units of protein, we can say. Okay, suppose inside the human body, if there are 100% of amino acid is formed, human body utilizes hardly 75%. If you imagine, if our body utilizes 75% of the amino acids for its body growth and all, so what about the remaining, how much here? 25%. So that 25% will become waste in our body, students. Is it? Every time when you eat the proteins, every time 75% will be utilized by our body and 25% will remain what? Waste. And you know that whatever the waste which are producing inside the human body will not remain for long time. Obviously these amino acids will go finally to the liver. Where they will go, students? They will go to the liver. So inside the liver, what is going to happen, students? The liver enzymes are there. These enzymes convert this, what you call, amino acids into what, students? Ammonia. Just one process I am telling. A very deep concept is there inside this, but for your 10th standard, this much idea is enough that how exactly nitrogenous wastes are going to form. Okay, still more different processes are going to be happen to convert from nitrogen to the nitrogenous wastes. Just I am giving a hint or idea that how may actual nitrogenous waste convert into what you call nitrogenous waste, students. So what here? Ammonia is formed. Now some amount of ammonia will combines with what? Carbon dioxide, and it basically going to form what, students, here? Urea and uric acid. Urea and uric acid. So here ammonia, urea and uric acid have formed from the nitrogen. So this ammonia, this urea and this uric acid are considered as what here? Nitrogenous waste, students. What do you call? Nitrogenous wastes. So these nitrogenous wastes are being eliminated from our body. These are being formed inside our body in this such a process, students. Okay. So now I tell you, if suppose if any of the organism or if any of the animal will secrete the ammonia as a nitrogenous waste, students, ammonia is a nitrogenous waste, we have already discussed. If suppose that animal is being released this ammonia as a nitrogenous waste, such animals are called as what? Ammonotelic. What do you call, students? Amonotelic we call. So amonotelic are the animals which release the nitrogenous waste in the form of what here? Ammonia. So they are called as what? Amonotelic. Example we can give all aquatic animals. Aquatic animals. Basically fishes will come, even the tadpoles will come, some other aquatic animals are all going to be release their nitrogenous waste always in the form of ammonia. So they are called as what here? Amonotelic we call. Like here, if suppose if any of the animal is secreting its nitrogenous waste in the form of urea, they are called as what? Ureotelic we call, students. What do you call? Ureotelic we call. These are the animals which release their nitrogenous waste in the form of always urea, so they are called as what? Ureotelic. Best examples are what here? Humans, students. Humans and other some higher animals. Okay. And finally what? If suppose if any of the animal which is secreting its nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid, they are called as what? Uricotelic we call, students. Uricotelic animals we call. So the example for such animals are what? Some of the insects. Phylum Arthropoda, what animals are going to come, students? All those animals moreover they release what? Nitrogenous waste always in the form of what? Uric acid, students. So in this way what? Inside the human body, whatever the excretion process is happening due to the production of nitrogenous wastes, and the process of removal of this nitrogenous waste from the body is called as what, students? Here we call it as what? Excretion. So now we have discussed and we have understood that how exactly nitrogenous wastes will form. Now in our next video we will discuss what organ is responsible for the process of excretion. So which body part or which body organ is responsible for the process of excretion, that we will discuss in the next video, students. Okay. So thank you one and all.